What's going on, guys and gals out there? Today we're going to talk a little bit about the IC Choice Board for all the new guys out there coming on, new guys and gals. I talked to Robert last night. He lives in Colorado. That's a hard place to get to, so he was wondering how to get home. And so I gave him some tips, in which I guess they didn't teach in the class, so I'll teach it now. Everybody that watches my channel, if you're over here doing the IC Choice Board and you don't know this tips or tricks, I'll give some out all the time, and we'll start a segment like that. So I told him, the best thing to do is on your origin, you leave that blank. And then on your destination, you fill that in with your state or the town you live in, in the state, and then you do a radius around it. So what I told him the best thing to do is, he lives in Colorado, put Colorado in destination, then hit search. And then that's going to show you all the loads that we have going to Colorado. Now, you write those states down and towns down that these loads are going to, and then are coming from, going into Colorado. And then what you do is you do this every day, right? And you do it for about a month straight. That way you're going to see the whole picture. All right, you're going to see loads that pop up certain times of the week that go to your hometown or close to your hometown. And you write those down, and that way hey, on Wednesday, for instance, let's say Fontana, California has a load going to his house on Wednesdays and Fridays, let's say. So he'll know if I go out to California and get out there for Wednesday or Friday, I can get a load home. Or, if there's loads in Atlanta going there, or Louisiana or Texas. That way you can figure out yourself a triangle to run and get home on a consistent basis. Every weekend if you want, every other weekend. If you live in a bigger city like Dallas, you could be home every day, every other day, depending on how much money you need to make, if you want to run short or not. But that's how you do it. That way you can set up a plan. You'll see these loads, they come up all the time, and then you'll know where to run and when to run, and you'll be a whole lot happier. You'll be able to get home. If you have kids and family, you can get home and see them on a consistent basis. So that's how you do your homework over in a choice board. All right, you put in these towns, and it takes a little time. A lot of guys don't do it, but this way you can see what freight they have all over the United States going back to your hometown, and then you can plan the best route. So that way you do is, if you want to do a triangle, and let's say we'll take a say Chicago, but you like to run to Texas. So find you a triangle, Chicago, Texas, and back. Maybe Chicago, Texas over to Memphis and back up. That's a good triangle. Or you go from Chicago down to let's say Nashville, and then back over say Memphis and back up. That's the triangle to get you home every week. It makes you good money. That way you can sit there and put the three legs together and see what the rate per mile is, and you pick your best leg. It might not be exactly where you want to run, but it's all about making the money. Okay, the most money for your truck while you're out there running. So that's how you do it. To check your area and how to get back home, and how frequently you get back home is you got to study the board for a while, because there's people out here that take those loads, and you might not see them. You might not ever see them, but if you do it this way, you'll see them. And then you could sit there and find out where they come from and where they go and when they come out. And then you can start, getting some of those loads. All right, enough of that tip right there. Today it's kind of overcast, got a little rain going. I'm going to deliver this load. It takes about 2 hours to get over there, and then I'm going to drop and hook, same place I'm delivering, and which is good. And I'll take that load over to Wisconsin, and then I'm going to pick up same place I'm delivering, so I have no deadhead there either. And back to Michigan, and then I got another short one in Michigan on Friday to get me home. And then what I'm going to look for is something, actually I'm going to look for a load going back to Wisconsin, where I'm going to deliver at, probably Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on how fast I get this done. I'll just pick that up and go home with it, and then deliver it on Monday. If not, I'll look for my short stuff, you know, that I do in Michigan. I stopped doing that this week because, you know, they had a lot of problems. They weren't loading the trailers. They kept canceling my loads. But it was all right because I still got, you know, truck order not used or vehicle not used, however they want to call it. I still got money for it, so it really doesn't matter. You know, not as much as I wanted, but something's better than nothing. So I gave that up for this week, and I might give it up for next week. So these, you know, these two companies that I deal with in Michigan, they can, you know, get their stuff straight. All right, so that's it for now. That's what we're doing for today and tomorrow. And everybody have a safe trip out there, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.